Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the new wagons with Palfinger BM26 builder's merchant crane. Oh, nice and shiny, good bit of kit. You can see grabs are nice, they've got multi-position hooks so you can move the slings up, and they also got a remote control on the cab, and we have got a set of levers that we can use in emergencies or for things coming off on the driver's side if we need to. As you can see, standard controls, slew, main lift, secondary lift, telly extension, rotate the grab, open and close the grab, and in addition we've got levers for the legs. Now you can lift and lower both legs from one side, but you can only reach in and out on the side you're on. And when you look at the levers, the one with the little hard hat is the side you stood on. So we're on the driver's side. If I wanted to lift and lower it, I'd use the one with the little hard hat on. That'd lift and lower the leg obviously. And the other one, when we go around the other side, you see it's duplicated and it's exactly the same. One with the hard hat will be this side, one with hard hat up and down this side, and that one is for the far side. Okay, we'll switch it on and let's have a look at it. Okay, here we are in the cab. The remote's not in its cradle at the minute because obviously I'm going to be using it, but as you can see, it's a cradle. Battery charger over there, the standard sort of thing. The only difference is on these, it's not a magnetic connection for the alarm system to say if you've left the remote behind, it's a plug-in. So you've got a multi-pin plug, and basically that screws into the side of the remote when it goes in the cradle. I recommend that when you're not using the cable, you screw the cap on, like so. Just keeps all the dust and muck out. Okay, so let's have a look at the remote. Standard setup. Levers left to right, you've got your slew, main lift, secondary lift, extension, telly, in and out, rotate the grab, and open and close the grab. On this one we've also got engine speed controls, and on this, if you have it in the middle, it's like an auto. It decides what revs it needs for the cranes, but you're best keeping it to the left. It keeps it at a constant high speed. The button there is for the lights on the crane. That one there, speed setting. There's 4 speed settings. So obviously if you do 4 clicks, sorry, to the right, to the hair, it's the fastest. That slows it down 1, slows it down 2, and that one takes it right down to the slowest speed. Okay, it will flash and tell you you've got a signal and that it's the speed setting's right. Light on the right indicates your battery. Obviously it starts flashing when you've got a problem, and that there's your connection button. Usually you fire your crane up, fire the PTO up, press that twice and the crane will connect. Okay, all these other ones don't really do a great deal at the moment, they're not plugged in. However, that one there, the very end one that's got the leg, you can just about see it there, you can hold that and it changes the function of the levers outside to leg. I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, let's fire it up. Okay, first job. Okay, start the engine. We've done all the usual checks, the oil, the water, etc. before we used it. Handbrake's on, it's in neutral, and we're going to go PTO switch. Little safety thing on it's a bit of a pain. There you go. It's on, and as you can see there, PTO's engaged. Revs are still low at the minute because the PTO, although it's engaged, the crane isn't in action. It will pick up once we turn the remote control on, etc. I'm going to climb out now and go down to the back of the wagon. By the way, when the PTO is engaged and the crane switched on, the suspension drops at the rear automatically. But when you switch it off, it doesn't go up, you've got to pump it up on the remote control at the side of the driver's seat. Okay, let's crack on. So, here we are at the back, as you can see. Lights are lit up, we've got power, but the remote isn't connected to the crane yet. If we don't want to use the remote, switch it off and it goes into manual mode. You see that one's lit up now. And all these levers. come into play. Okay, you can use these levers to set the legs. To do that, obviously you need to press the leg button on there. There's the one with the little helmet on. You want to send it down. The one without the helmet is the other side. What we're going to do is just level the bubble up there. You can spirit level bubble, just get it somewhere near. Okay, so we've got the lights on that's telling us the legs are down. We're going to go to the remote now. Okay, so we've used the levers to put the legs down. We're now going to switch over to the remote control. To do that, press the radio control button. You see that's lit up now, and we need to connect it. There we go, yeah, the engine revs pick up. That toggle switch is set to the left for the maximum engine speed. We're now going to lift the crane using the main lift. There we go. Straighten it out. And using lever 1, we're going to slew it round to the right just to check it's moving okay. I'm going to push lever 1 forward. Around she comes. Beautiful. Nice and smooth. You can see that's coming around at a steady rate. Lever 4, tell you out. Well, what we can do, when we look at the remote control, with the button alongside the emergency stop there with the tortoise and the hare, you can see it there. Now you click it towards the hare, makes it faster. Click it towards the tortoise, it makes it slower. Okay, so that should go really slowly now. Click it towards the hair. But it's a lot quicker. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the overload protection system now, which is either that button there, or you've got one on the remote control as well. The idea behind that is, when your crane locks out, you press one of those two buttons and it gives you 1.5 seconds to start doing something, either telling it in or lowering it down or whatever. So I'm going to simulate a lockout first by taking it all the way up. You can see it's locked out. Okay, so you can see the annoying message we're getting. I'll put the camera down for a second now. So we'll do that. So guys, showed you the OLP there. Unfortunately I had to put the camera down so you couldn't see a great deal, but once you press the OLP button, you've got to operate one of the levers within 1.5 seconds or it'll just lock out and the alarm will buzz and really annoy you for ages. So just remember that, press the OLP button, within 1.5 seconds you've got to start retrieving the boom, putting it down or telling it in or whatever, otherwise you'll just end up with a load of noise for a minute. So we're finished with the crane. First thing we're going to do, legs are in, turn the PTO off. Now we've got to get the suspension control box, take the back end up, we switch the middle one on, press up. You see she's rising up on the back end. And when we're done, turn it off and put it back in the holder. Like so. Obviously final stages would be put the remote control in the cradle, fasten the cable connector on. So here we are, job done. Ends parts with the hydraulics relaxed with a broke back position, legs are up, sides are all up. Little inspection, everything's okay, leaves are all level, everything's off, way to go.